Felipe here, bringing you the best tips and tools for growing your barbering, grooming, and hairstyling knowledge to a whole nother level. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing and turn on that notification button. And hey, throughout this video, just feel free to check out the show notes and links in the YouTube description below. There I list all the steps and tools used to achieve this haircut and anything else that I forgot. Before we jump into the video, I just want to mention that all my haircut videos are done on real time with my own customers that have booked an appointment. And so I'm booked all day long, and sometimes I just don't have the time to play around with the lighting or camera angle. So I apologize in advance, but I think if you just pay attention to the explanation on the voiceover, you'll be able to follow along just fine. With that said, let's jump to the video. To begin the haircut, I section the hair in a horseshoe shape, clipping the hairs only on the sides because on the back is going to be blended anyway. So I take my number 1.5 plastic guard on my wall magic clips, and I am setting that foundation. Basically, I'm setting my top guideline for the fade. It is important to know that in this process we're not going up all the way straight, nor are we following the head shape of the client. It is important that we are flaking out. We are leaving quite a bit of a shelf on the sides of the head, and so if we do go straight up, then we're gonna cut all that weight. We're pretty much setting a kind of a triangle shape on the head. And so taking a 1.5, I go all around, pretty much following the contour of the head. And once I'm done doing that, I take my 000s using here the Oster Octanes with the detachable blade, and I am setting my bottom guideline for the fade. Now we are doing a very low skin fade, and so what I like to do is I just like to connect the front portion of the head, which is the temple, and then I take the rear and connect the dots. I am not taking that bottom guideline up any further than his natural hairline that is right behind his ear. Once again, we're setting the top guideline, setting the bottom guideline, so we know exactly where the fade is going to be. Moving forward, before we move on, we got to take a little shot of bourbon. So here with my Slimline Pro, just cleaning up the bottom and actually setting another layer of transition. Now we're gonna be setting another guideline for that fade. Opening my blade with the wall magic clips, which is equivalent to a 0.5 or a half. Now we have a 1.5 on top, we have a 000 on the bottom, and so we're just gonna break those two lines right in the middle with the half. Now the reason why we're breaking that down in half is just mathematical. It's very easy. We have a 0, half, 1, 1.5. So there's only pretty much one step in order for me to blend from 0 to a 1.5, which is set a line with the half and blend the half to the 1.5. I like to set the half guide going one way and then close the blade and start flicking out the bottom line going the opposite way. Just saves me a lot of time. That line that we just set with the half, you just take the number 1 guard, close it up, and start flicking out that line. Now it's important that if you do not flick, you're gonna start setting very hard lines that is very hard to get rid of. So flick out the line and gradually start opening the blade to smooth out the fade even more. If for some reason the line is not coming off, do not panic. That's why we have a half guard. You throw on the half guard, close up that blade, and open it gradually and work on that line. It should come out nice and smooth with no problems at all. All right, so the fade is completed. We're gonna be working on that midsection. I'm just gonna be doing a clipper over comb. You could do a scissor over comb. I think this saves me a lot of time. Like I said earlier in this, we're setting a triangle shape, so we're not completely leaving the comb at a 90-degree angle. Commissioner. Once that's done, it's time to start cutting the top of the hair. Now, In this case, because the hair is so long, so thick, and he's going to be combing back, and he wants to leave all the length that he has, all I'm gonna be doing is cutting the length that is just needed. I don't wanna cut any extra length off the hair. So I comb the hair back, start taking about 1-inch sections, and start working my way from back to front and then side to side. It is important to blend the top of the hair with the side that he's going to be throwing his hair to. In this case, he likes to throw his hair to the right side. And so I like to section that on a diagonal and then start working my way from side to side on an angle. Keep in mind that his hair is very thick, it is straight. So we do not want to cut too much off the sides, because if we do, then the hair is going to start poking out on the sides, and we don't want that. We want the most length we need in order for the hair to evenly just lay flat. Take my wide teeth texturizing shears, just set a little bit of texture, nothing too crazy. I take my other texturizing shear and just clean out and smooth out that midsection. Now the haircut is done here. All I'm doing is just cleaning up the bottom of the fade with my foil shaver. That's the haircut in step-by-step explanation. Unfortunately, I did not have enough time to blow dry and hair style the client, but in any case, I hope this video helps you with anything that you might be struggling with. But I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on cutting Asian hair? Do you like it? Do you think it's difficult? Do you try to avoid it? Tell me on the comments below. Tell me. So thanks for watching this video. Click the like button, subscribe to see more videos like this one, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.